Hello? Hello, everybody. Hi. How we doing? How we doing today? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. I did. I had a pretty good weekend getting to hang out with Teeny. It was fun. Hello, Yue Ling. Hello, hello. It's lovely to see you. Hello, Unknown. Lovely to see you as well. Thank you for the lurk. Hi, everybody. Are y'all ready for DanganRonpa? Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the madness? We have a trial tonight. We have a trial tonight. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Even the background music thinks it's gonna be fun. Hey, Although speaking of, I should probably do a little swap around just real quick. Just real quick. We should probably do a quick little bwop, and bwop. Switch ourselves over to the game. I just got a bank account today. Congratulations, Unknown. That's exciting. That's super cool. Okay, congratulations on your bank account. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't remember, Chihiro got bodied, unfortunately. Chihiro is dead. Hey, Fox! Welcome. How you doing? Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim.
Which means we are now in the same position once again.
Fuck, man. What the fuck is this?
It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream.
Babysitting puppies today? Yay, puppy time.
In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive.
My copy of Sparking Zero is coming next Monday. Ooh, nice. I have not pre-ordered simply because I am shit at fighting games. I'm not good at them. But I hope you have a super fun time. That's very exciting.
Shut up.
Well, I guess I have to check the body and such. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So,
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all over the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
what is this?
Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it is the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way.
There's no way.
But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well, I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer.
What is it now?
Toko! Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No! Why? 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 Gadunk. She fainted? That did not sound good. What should I do? Unknown, I have said before, the answer is always going to be give her a hug. Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up!
Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. Oh, so she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not to watch many horror films then.
This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping. Like, on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count? Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up in the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard.
Huh?
What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko? Are you okay? I'm fine. What was that, dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well, this is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
So,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
if you need help, I don't mind.
Taka, could you help me?
She totally ignored me.
Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing into an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing. That's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works.
Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate?
What? Does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want.
I came at the best time. You did. Hello, Knight. The things this bear makes me say in a silly voice. Jesus Christ.
Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry.
Hi, shucks. God, I can't stand Monokuma. Nobody can. Nobody can. He's terrible. I almost prefer Sho. No. Almost. It's a close match. It's a close round. But no, Sho is worse. Sho is definitely worse. At least Monokuma is being upfront about wanting us to die. And not blaming other people. Oh man. I hope Tubi's able to make it tonight. Because Mondo actually does some like cool shit during the investigation and the trial. Like he really comes into his own on this one. And Tubi said that he didn't play past the first trial. So I'm really hoping that he's able to make it to see his boy be cool.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right?
I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file!
I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
Toby only got through the first part of the time. Yeah. And this is one of those times where I know, I know what to expect here. I'm just like, oh man, I don't know if Toby's free, if Toby's see to watch his boy be cool. Then I know he's gonna do some cool shit and it's gonna be awesome.
So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
Yay, thank you, Shucks. I appreciate that. I should have done that. I did not think to do that, and I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I should have DM'd him. We really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends? Having to suspect all our other friends? Why? I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. Oh, after all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object.
You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such
Fine,
ignorance.
then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space. A
Damn
dead
you.
body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object! Show a little respect or I'll beat some into ya!
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said.
Kyoko!
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around killing everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right?
New rule! Don't kill more than 2 people. Imagine you're tossed into a murder situation and the guy running is just like, but don't worry, only 2 of you can die at a time, you're good. That's gonna help. That's definitely gonna help me feel better about the situation. Jesus Christ.
So then.
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for you.
For now, farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the cross trial.
I think it's more of each person can only kill 2 people total. Yeah. So I guess 1 person could kill 2 people, and then a different person could kill that person and 1 other person, and then a different person could kill that second person and then another person, and just continue daisy chaining it along, I suppose. And then we just never have to worry about a trial. Don't gotta investigate if everybody's dead.
I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then 1 more person's life could still be in danger.
Which is definitely
Interesting.
not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up!
Well, for now, me and Taka are gonna drop Toko off at her room.
Nice. I'm gonna get dropped off.
There is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Toot sweet.
Jesus Christ! Excuse me. My own saliva is trying to kill me, apparently. Jesus Christ, Celeste. Why are you doing this to me, girl? Excuse me. Anyway,
If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
that was me yesterday morning with my tea. Yeah.
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife.
That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, I was in a 5-minute coughing fit. Ugh. Hate that. Me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Investigation time! First of all, I'd better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki, Celeste's best character. I'm not gonna say you're wrong, Knight. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Yay, Monokuma file.
Hey, Makoto, do you have a second?
Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know.
So what did you need?
I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation.
Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case.
Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation.
So you're inviting me to come with you?
You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started?
But
We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around.
I don't really know what just happened. But it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Okay, well, time to...
Is there a single piece of Japanese media where a character named Byakuya is likable? Good question. Yes, actually, yes. Yes, exactly one that I can think of, and it's Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. The stepdad, rather, of the guy with the leek-looking hair. Senku, I think his name is, the science kid. His stepdad, they talk about him in flashbacks, and holy shit, that man is so good and so kind and so wonderful. He literally sold his car so he could get his kid's science equipment. Just a good, just an all-around good dude. The only good Byakuya in anime. I've summoned a bee. You have IK when my boy is gonna be involved. Mondo, my goddamn beloved. To be Mondo was already defending Chihiro post-death. Byakuya was being a bitch and Mondo told him to go fuck himself. It was great. Shucks mentioned DMing you. I was just like, shit, I should have done that. I am a fool. I forgot. That was an option.
It's good to see you.
That's my boy. Yeah. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
Well, but
What?
But we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that.
anyway, since Doobie's here, let's talk to Mondo.
Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All, I need to get stronger.
Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once.
Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here.
But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong.
I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff.
The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be.
My boy, you're a strong enough Pookie. I love you, I'm your number one fan.
No, he was saying that Chihiro wanted to be stronger. He was saying Chihiro wanted to be stronger. Although, Toby's so happy. I know. Also, Toby, you will be very happy to know if you max out Chihiro's friendship. If you get all the way through Chihiro's friendship events, the last one is Chihiro confiding in you that she wants to get stronger, and she asks for a suggestion on who to ask for help, and the correct answer is Mondo. The correct answer to give Chihiro for who can help you feel and become stronger is Mondo. It's so sweet and so cute. He's just a good boy deep down. Good evening, Mondo. Hi, Mondo. It's good to see you.
Hello, Mondo.
I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death.
But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed elsewhere than carried here. It's good to see you too, Mondo. Yay! Yay!
She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, well, I still think she came here on her own, by choice.
What makes you say that?
She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger.
So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps. Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, So she was probably avoiding it then. I'd like to happily hold Mondo. Aww. Well, Tubi, you saw the sauna battle, right? You did catch the sauna battle, yes? Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. No? Okay, to catch you up real quick, Tubi, Mondo and Kiyotaka were fighting. They were just being dumb teenage boys and fighting. And they roped Makoto in because they decided they were going to have a duel and they needed someone to witness. I just realized I missed the song about. Okay, this is a recap for you too, Mato. So they pulled Makoto into this and said, hey, we need you to be our witness for our duel. And Makoto's like, well, I'm scared of saying no, so okay, what's the battle? The battle was a sauna battle. The two of them went into the sauna as a test of how long, like the winner would be whoever could last the longest. And Taka stripped down like you do for being in a sauna. Mondo decided, was this man shirtless? Taka was. Taka was shirtless. Mondo was not, because Mondo decided he wanted to add an extra layer of challenge and went in the sauna fully clothed, including his goddamn biker jacket. Just sitting in the sauna. Towel hanging from his hair. It was very silly. And then the nighttime bell rang and Makoto was like, are you guys good? I think you should probably leave the sauna and go lie down. The sauna's gonna ruin that coat. I know. But yeah, Makoto's like, dude, I think you guys should go and lay down. And they're both like, nah, we gotta prove who's better. We gotta prove who's stronger. You go to bed, we'll be fine. And Makoto's like, okay. Which is a stupid idea, by the way. He should not have just left them there, but he left them there and he went to bed. And the next morning, Makoto came to breakfast. And Mondo and Taka were in the cafeteria, like, calling each other bro and talking about how much they cared about each other and high-fiving and Mondo and like Taka said something about friendship between men being something that women couldn't understand, and Mondo said he was gonna get it tattooed on himself, and Taka said, no, don't do that, your body is a temple, and Mondo was like, you're right, bro, you're so fucking right. It's so stupid. They're bros now, is what I'm saying. They are brothers. They are now brothers. And they are brothers. It was very homoerotic. It was extremely homoerotic. They built up romance. They did. They did. This is a true Gurren Lagann moment. God, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'd like to be held by Mondo. I think he'd give very good hugs, but also he'd be awkward. Yeah. He wouldn't know what to do. Poor baby boy. He'd just be sitting there just like, What do? Just blue screens. And I just hold his hand and tell him he's pretty. I feel like he'd get really awkward about that too, though. He'd just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm pretty. No, I'm not. Shut up. You have to wear him down. You'd have to wear him down with the compliments and get him used to it. It's like socializing a new dog. You just gotta, I'll repeat, he's pretty until he's scared of me. Oh no, but then you might not get the hug, Tubi. If he's scared of you, you might not get the hug. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. He'd be impressed by my dedication, honestly? Considering his background with the gang? Probably, yeah. Now that I think about it, you're right. Tubi understands Mondo better than me, clearly. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. All right, then. Poster. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Oh, hey, look, a bloody dumbbell. I think we know what the murder weapon is. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Yippee. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. Maya redrew my PNG tuber again. I have to make sure that Luma can be programmed correctly, so I have to figure that out. I am so excited to see your new PNG tuber. Holy shit. That is so cool. Oh man, new Tubi. New Tubi dropped. Oh man. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Also, if anybody missed it, Byakuya is forcing us to come along with him. I mean, he's the same, just updated with my art style lately. Still, new Tubi. New gen of Tubi. I'm still excited. It's almost as if I'm a fan of your art. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Wow.
Is it the gun?
Maybe this gun was used to... no, impossible. Chihiro would... If that was true, Chihiro would have been riddled with holes.
Maybe the boys' room?
That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Wow. Fuck you, man. What the hell? Yep, there it is. Okay, it's the scanner. Yeah. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
What the fuck? He just summoned the bear. That would be Tubi 2.0. Yeah! God, that's so fucking good, Motto. Holy shit. Motto's the pun king. But yes, unknown. Tubi streams and has a PNG tuber and is really good at art and also Minecraft. Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
If there was some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the sailing mountain Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct.
So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such
Good
ignorance.
lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations.
Knowing you, I would... I cannot talk, my goodness. I also updated Luma a little bit.
Yay, Lil B friend.
Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things.
Yeah, you're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. No, then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
You get it? Got it? Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your own damn self.
Byakuya, if you don't wait your damn turn and leave Makoto alone, I'm gonna make sure your hands are glued to your uniform. That's so good, though. Sounds like Monokuma plays D&D? Fucking probably.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. And he's 100% a murder hobo. Oh god, yeah. Absolutely. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself?
I know it's here. I know it's here.
If I wanted to be treated like a dumbass, I would have asked my family to be here. Oh no. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? What's a murder hobo in D&D? A murder hobo is a player that just runs around killing everybody instead of like trying to interface with the NPCs in literally any other capacity. It's your classic, okay, well, I'm just gonna steal everything from the shop, and if the shopkeeper tries to do anything, I'm just gonna kill him, and I'm gonna burn down the orphanage because I feel like it, and I'm gonna steal from the church because I feel like it, and I'm gonna kill this person that we were sent here to save because they're annoying, and it's what my character would do, so I don't know why everyone's mad at me. Wait, why are you kicking me out of the game? It's that kind of a jerk, player. Now, I will say, there are levels to murder hobo-iness, right? There is the critical mass version of murder hobo, which is what I just described, but it can be just, murder hoboing is just wanton destruction and murder. So there's a sliding scale. You can be a jerkwad murder hobo, you can be a chill murder hobo. Basically, just somebody who likes killing a lot. No, wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... You're right! This is Sayaka's handbook! Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah, now I understand. We got the handbooks. Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Remember this? I still gotta point out the silliness of how often DanganRonpa has flashbacks to things that happened 5 minutes ago. That will continue forever. It will continue quite literally forever. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now I'm really...
What?
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easy.
But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it would freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure and it's waterproofed up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
It does?
I can't
But it's
hear
a
you.
secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right?
Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be?
It's the exhaust port. Yeah. Oh, we have a story time routine. Okay. What's a good story? Oh, this is a little bit of a boring story, but over the weekend I went over to the Michaels, the craft store, to pick up more thread for my cross stitch project that I'm working on because I needed some more for a few colors. And when I was there was this big group of college kids, of college girls, hanging out by the thread. I was like, okay, they're probably going from one area to another because a couple aisles over was the candles. So to be perfectly honest, I thought they were going for the candles. And then I see one girl go over to a multi-pack of thread in like very bright colors. She goes, oh my god, should I get this? It would make me happy. And the other girls were like, yeah, you should totally get it. And I was like, oh, the crafts, they are still alive. The reason for it is because the only people I know who do cross stitch are me and my grandmother and my grandmother's friends. So this whole time I was just like, man, at some point it's probably going to be really hard to find stuff to do cross stitch because not a whole lot of younger people are doing it. But now I can just be like, oh man, the youths are stitching. They might have been getting the thread for friendship bracelets or something, but still, it's still crafting. It's still fun and exciting. Hi, Eli. Hello. Of course, I find him here. I'm working on D&D files for 3D printing. Ooh. Oh yeah, because you have the run pair and stuff. I hope you guys have fun. Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
I think a lot of people might have picked it up during COVID. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. I'm about to get lost in Disney Plus. I feel awful. Why am I always sick when I come here? I'm so sorry, Eli. I don't know why I cursed you. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Should I watch Murder Drones? I mean, I've heard it's good. I haven't sat down and watched it, but I've heard it's very good. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
We got the handbook bullet.
Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite?
Well, does that mean it's time to go?
Hold on, there's still more here waiting to be checked. Okay. Right. I just have to remember what. Is it you? Sir, is it you? Yeah, there's nothing else over here, so I guess it has to be him because he's the only thing new. What do you mean by... Oh yeah, because he said something cryptic. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite? Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro? You should ask the Ultimate Program for help. We can't unknown she's dead.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Okay. What do you mean? Wait. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thank you for the hydrate, unknown.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh, there's the basis. There we go. There's the other half. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear
Evidence
now.
that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really? Ah, hey, you two. Who's that? Oh, it's Owie. Big trouble. I need your help.
I don't have time
We're
to play with
busy. Leave us alone.
But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me!
Yeah, what up, girl?
This is a serious emergency! Please, you gotta help me! Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency!
An emergency? What happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange.
Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
you. Very
Since it's
strange.
Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me
Don't
repeat
make me
myself.
repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Oh, I guess we're getting TP'd there. Neat. Toko! Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Yeah. Oh, maybe I need to ring the bell. Nope, that ain't it. Do I need to talk to Owie again? You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her. You know, see how she was doing? But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Okay, now it'll let me talk to her. There we go. I got the order of operations out of order. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Ooh, she does not look good. She doesn't normally, but she extra does not look good. Disorder of operations, yeah. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
what?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Be vulnerable, Toko.
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago,
Jack is her alter ego. Ooh. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Where have I heard this before? Yeah. So weird for me thinking like Kitsune is eating berries. Ah. Where are the memes?
it doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it.
Oh, you're making a Revengeance reference. I thought you were looking for a meme talking about the situation, but really the meme was in us all along. There you go. There I go. It just took me a second. I'm in DanganRonpa mode. I'm focused. I'm locked in. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her?
There is one person, and I am apparently at crotch height with him. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room? I mean,
That's fine.
sure, whatever.
Huh?
You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to.
Maya knew what she was doing.
Only sometimes.
Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
What do you want?
leave me alone! You're all so annoying! Back
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slams shut.
Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off.
There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation.
Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Huh? I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, it means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in.
Am I allowed to go in the special room?
If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside.
There's a lot of shit.
Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So in other
I would say
words,
there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. I'll just pick a shelf. There's so many files stuff on the shelf. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. Got some tokens printing? Yay! You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
Oh, the Illuminati's real.
If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. Gonna go figure out dinner?
Okie dokie, I hope it's tasty.
You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. I'll check this box that's sitting out, sure. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept in the National Library. It won't be disclassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. God. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use.
Coin.
If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Okay, well, the first couple of places that I looked, you told me I was a dumbass for looking there, so I don't know. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh! So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Why are foxtails so fluffy? I don't know. Cause fluffy is good, I guess. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such
That's
ignorance.
your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in
I
other
already
words,
told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. Oh, he's the Illuminati! Okie dokie then. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Gotta ban a bot. There we go. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. Man, Byakuya Togami would love the current age of true crime cold case podcasting. He would be so fucking here for it, or he would hate all of it immensely because they were all stupid. I don't know which one is more likely. It's excellent mental exercise. I solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. Thank you for the lurk, Unknown. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristics where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in
The
other
culprit
words,
isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
In other
That
words,
right there is evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such
If you get down on your
ignorance.
knees and beg, I might even show you myself.
Do I have to beg because I don't wanna? Okay, I think I have to beg, and that is unfortunate.
Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Oh, he's seen some fucked up shit. Byakuya handed me the case file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shojigaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takashi Yoshida, 30, Komatsu Nataro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takashi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results? All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Okay, so real quick aside. Real quick aside. I'm sure y'all remember me mentioning before that while I adore these games, they always have a topic or two per game that they do not handle well. Especially like nowadays, because these came out in like the 2000s. This is one of them. I'm just going to tell you now, this is one of them. This is one of those things. So I apologize if this makes anyone feel badly about anything. I do apologize for that. It is unfortunately just a fact of the game.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind's gone numb.
Got the case file.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can.
Off we go. Off we go.
Oh, hey, Hifumi. What up, bruh?
Da-da-da-da-da!
Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as
I
if...
feel another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What did you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, Miss Lunenburg said she witnessed something worthwhile too.
Really? What did she see?
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right?
Okay, so where is Celeste now?
The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there.
What's it gonna be? We'll go check the boys' room first. This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. Anything else in here?
What?
There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Oh man. That should be everything in here, I think. I believe. Okay, I think I need to go back into the girls' room. Hi, Chihiro. Oh, hey, Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so
before
then,
I go, let me give you this one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? Excuse me. This rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? I did it. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. I found out who the killer was. It was that girl who said something about letting Genocide Jack take control. Oh, maybe. Maybe. But But there's a little bit of a discrepancy if you remember what the case file on Genocide Jack said. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Can I do anything with the bloodlust on the wall or nah? Just like in all those other Genocide Jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written with the victim's own blood. Yep, that was it. Okay. There's still more I need to check. Oh. Okay.
Damn. No forgiveness.
I don't think there's anything new there. No, there isn't. Okay. Is it the pool? Do I need to check the pool? No. Okay. Is it Mondo? No. He talked about this earlier. Here's complex where it come from. There's blood stain on the carpet caused by the murder. I can't remember what it is the game wants me to look at right now. Because there's something. Maybe it's the poster again? Oh yeah, because the poster didn't ping last time. It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. What does bloodlust mean? It's like, that's a good way to explain it. Bloodlust is like, as it, you know, as it says, like desire for blood, wanting to kill, that sort of thing. Did you see they released a new Ranma 1/2 on Netflix? I have the first episode up. Oh, I need to sit down and watch that. I need to get caught up with Oshi no Ko too. I totally missed when the second season dropped, and I need to get caught up with that shit. Oh boy. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Okay, and now we can talk to Sakura. There we go. You spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. What's the cutest animal alive? Oh, that's super subjective. That is very subjective. Bunnies are very cute. Little birds are very cute. Cats are cute. Dogs are cute. Lots of animals are cute. Hedgehogs. Pangolins. Yeah, now we're good. All right, let's run ourselves down to the warehouse. Dorm. Oh, wait, nope. It is a dormitory. Oh. Okay, there we go. Warehouse time. Hi, Celeste. Who would do this to Chihiro? We're gonna find out, Solar. Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It is absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything relating to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then you did find something.
Very well. I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What about Arctic foxes? Yeah, foxes are also cute. What? Really?
Indeed. This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow.
Which breed do you prefer of foxes? I like all foxes. Red foxes, Arctic foxes, fennec foxes, teeny foxes. Hi, Teeny! You're here! We are investigating Chihiro's murder. She was trying. She was. Leaf sheep is cuter than most foxes? I don't know what that is. If I remember correctly...
Ugh, itchy. The sauna!
Leaf sheep is a little sea creature that lives on pure photosynthesis. Aww, that is adorable. I love that. Okay, there is nothing in here, actually.
What's this? Is it the heat source for the sauna? But I don't think it has anything to do with the incident.
Yep, okay. I did a silly. I just realized something, Maya. Someone said something that made me think twice. Oh, what? What did you hear? Is it in here? It looks like one of them's open. Nope. Okay. What you thinking about, Matto? Oh, it wants me to go to the dining hall. Okay. I guess we're going to the dining hall. Hey, Ollie. What you got?
Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing?
Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. I feel like that's a joke on the fact he only normally thinks once. Aw, mean. Someone was describing something about the murder that was a giveaway. I can't say it all because spoilers. Oh. Yeah, there's actually a couple of really sneaky giveaways in the investigation for this one, which I think is cool. It's one of those second playthroughs. You get a lot more things. So I just left her there.
You left her?
My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh? A donut, of course.
Of course?
There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts.
Really?
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Aw, I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I missed a bit while I was away, but I feel like Byakuya somehow triggered Jack. Entirely possible. I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right?
You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. I do love fluffy things. I feel like everybody loves fluffy things. If you don't love fluffy things, then what are you doing, right? Okay, now I just need to somehow remember where all I need to be checking shit. Because, oh right, I need to go back to the library. That's where I need to go. I know he says otherwise he's lying. Exactly. That's right, I forgot that he wanted to go back. There's a thick layer of dust on the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. Oh, I thought we were gonna look at the extension cord, but okay. Maybe the lamp? Things can be cute without being fluffy? That is true. The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see, it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... sea angels, I feel, are also cute. Unless they start to eat, then they get scary. Fun fact, you want to see something creepy looking, just Google, sea angel eating. Do it, I dare you. I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that... I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. You can also Google the inside of penguin's mouth. Yeah, and the fact that geese have teeth on the sides of their tongues. If you didn't think geese were bad enough already.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Yeah.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial.
Oh boy.
You'll remember where to meet, right?
Uh-huh.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I said I remembered.
See you soon.
I've seen geese tongues IRL. Yeah, they're not great. It's about to begin. The red door is right through here. But before that, nope, that's the wrong way. Before that, just for funsies, I wonder if it'll let me. Nope, it's not gonna let me. I thought we could do a little gotcha first. Oh well. All right, geese have what? Yeah, geese have teeth on their tongues. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job?
And ducks have corkscrew shaped. Yeah, they do. They do.
She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna
Okie
do?
dokie, you'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible.
Oh, so now everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. This conversation was so nice. And now, yeah, someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. I guess you could say, Solar, that the conversation got a little foul. I'll see myself out. I turn away for 5 minutes and check it's hella unhinged. Yeah. Yeah. Also, unknown, it's cool that you're trying to guess, but don't keep your guesses to yourself for now. Keep your guesses to yourself for now. We don't want to accidentally spoil nobody. And that murderer is one of us. Someone's standing right here. Toby, are you still here? It's time for ya boy to be a cool guy defending women. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
True.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. I was going to say the conversation got a little heated because of the sauna.
Okay, well, thank you, Unknown.
No, why no? With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Is Makoto the prime suspect again? No. No, he is not. There are a number of potential suspects. Currently, everyone thinks that it is the mysterious serial killer, Genocide Jack, but we don't know for sure who that is. It has not been confirmed in-game.
But yeah, we have a serial killer here. It's fine. It's fine.
The steel box sank with a heavy clunking sound deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. Why Genocide Jack? What? Yeah, so in the world of the game, there's a serial killer that's killed like a fuck ton of people, and when killing them, writes bloodlust on the wall in their blood and suspends the body in a specific way. And that's how Chihiro was found, with bloodlust written on the wall in blood and suspended, or the body being suspended. So everyone's like, holy shit, is there a serial killer in the school? The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You're ready to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Shit, serial killer, if so. This is like the second murder in 2 weeks, and the first one wasn't even them. Well, it'd be boring if the only people in the school were people who weren't capable of murder. That's true.
Well, okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
Yes, I will save the game, thank you. I would love to save the game, thank you.
Let's see. Let's grab algorithm as well. We have the SP, so why the fuck not? Speed of memorizing a statement. Oh, that's right. I forgot that there's memorization in this. All right, let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
We've been through this already.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. We know that for sure. We already know that. It was the dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
The dumbbell. Oh. No, I wasn't trying to contradict you, sir. I was just trying to show. Okay. Well, fuck.
Chihiro's fate, it appears.
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Monokuma font, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
What the hell are you? Ah, shit! I missed.
That certainly would.
Poor Chihiro.
I'm fucking it up.
Heroes, it appears it was...
According to the Monokuma font, what kind of blood?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Yasuhiro is such an idiot.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah, but you didn't?
Yay! That's so creepy!
We're investigating a murder, my guy. You didn't look at the wound?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Yeah.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yeah.
You gotta look at those things, boy. You do. You do. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro?
New element has been added. Yeah. I forget which element this is. There are too many.
Okay, this is white noise. That's right. We gotta silence it with the A button. Okay, yeah, now I remember. I didn't know if this was memorization time. You basically get Kirby copy power, but with truth.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
There we go. I dodged that white noise. Hella. Fuck yeah. I'm with the quickness. I'm on the quick draw.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Ooh, she's down with the quickness.
Yeah. Yeah.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
What?
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No, Hifumi, that's chat.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
That's also chat.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Shit, we got caught out twice. Did someone say,
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Nope. That's not true.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
She's gonna come out and say it, alright.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack?
Hey,
The
yo!
answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gonna be so
Hemophobia. Yeah.
complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Again, I'm full aware that this is not a fantastic, how did they... Yeah, okay. So this is one of those, this is again, multiple personality girly. Yeah, so again, I'm sure you're seeing the letters and putting together what ones I'm supposed to be getting. This game came out in the 2000s. They did not have a good handle on representation of mental illnesses, okay? I'm sorry. I can't fix this one, unfortunately.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
perfectly acceptable.
Damn.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine. Whoa, was that a body? Hey, are you dead?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
She told you that in confidence, bro, damn.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh.
What?
You promised.
I mean, in all fairness, if he doesn't reveal that now they all die, that is true.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. Ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing.
Oh
Could you?
boy, here I go killing again.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Bro.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left
When the
is to
streamer
hear
makes
from
the joke
person in
first.
question directly.
Person?
You're guilty.
You don't mean...
Hey, do you guys want to meet a serial killer? Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
She got that tongue, though.
What the heck?
But I've known Teeny for years. Hi, Jack! Isn't it funny, too, Shucks, that you, that you referenced Revengeance, and once again, it's a murderous second personality that is suppressed by the nicer personality, and its name is Jack. Miso could fix her. Miso might not want to. Jill.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Good question.
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Yeah, you should just ignore that.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
She is surprisingly philosophical. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Just, what's up? Yeah, what's up, man? How can I help?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Her tongue looks like she's sucking on a long slice of raw meat. I mean, I don't know what she gets up to in her spare time.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
That's true.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. It's jamming time because it's this. It's court time. That means it's jamming
But I
time.
didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi...
You're full of shit, sir.
No, that's wrong.
Did you know? Did you know that? Byakuya is full of shit. He's a fucking
Are
asshole.
the methods of murder really
It was
exactly
Byakuya
the
framing
same?
her, wasn't it? So they're gonna have to
I'm not
live
so
with a
sure
serial
about
killer
that.
now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine going to a fancy place and they just give you Chef Boyardee? What a world.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Hey, I like Chef Boyardee. Finally, some delicious fucking food. I don't know what it is. I've never liked Chef Boyardee, even as a kid. I think it's just because of the canning. Here you'll see a clear difference. The victim's fatal injury, because it's stabbing.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
Chef Boyardee, I can only eat the raviolis, but I prefer not to. I don't know what it was for me. I just wasn't a fan.
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Ravioli is delicious. Ravioli in general is delicious. That is true.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Delicious in dungeon.
Are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Second difference is related to how she was suspended. Photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. What was used to suspend?
I got it!
Beefaroni was my favorite with some
Do you
parm.
remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm
She's
a
crafty.
professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
I guess Makoto is Big Mac now.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide
He's
Jack
a burger
case.
now, Borgor.
There's a pattern
Borgor
there
boy.
just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Oh, you can't say that, Jill. Twitch will cancel me for mentioning the fact that lollies exist. Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Shucks, you got it correct. Jack only kills boys.
Is it because
or Jill, rather.
Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
I already read all these names. It's just a million fucking names.
They were all guys?
Mm-hmm.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Congratulations, dudes who are into this. You got a shot.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged man-madam!
Fucking bots. I know. There have been so many more of them lately.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
She really likes Italian food.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy.
I miss it. It's all good,
But
Teeny.
that's
I got
not all
it.
there is to it.
Because, Teeny, you're still at work, aren't you?
It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
There are plenty of dudes here. She could have killed any of these dudes.
Lowly, cur.
Oh shit, no one's ever talked to Byakuya that way. Holy fuck.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
She is correct.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Hey guys, guess what? Guess what? She's fucking armed.
She's fully equipped!
She definitely got scissors strapped to her thighs. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
They let her have the... Yeah, she just snuck through the metal detector in front of the school.
Hey, tell me I'm wrong, you can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
I just had to look up which round glasses pigtail girl was famous first for being fucked up. DanganRonpa released before the other one. Yep. DanganRonpa did it first. Innocent is not right, but not guilty. Correct. Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. And that is the bastard man himself. This bitch. This motherfucker. He's out here causing problems on purpose.
It's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents.
Time to murder Byakuya.
Internal police records.
Oh no, it's the guy who was blaming Genocide Jack. I know, right?
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Someone looks anxious, Byakuya.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all? Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh shit, she got horny. Everybody run.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yes, and you should have seen this coming, dipshit.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
A while ago. You've been suspicious this whole fucking time.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Uh-huh. Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But we didn't know that then.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it?
The body announcement hadn't gone off yet.
Share with the rest of the class.
This guy is such a fucking asshole. You make it clear to everyone. New element. Yeah, is this copying? Truth flashback. Grab the Y button, then you memorize. Okay, yep. Hold down the Y to get the bullet. So happy to see him die. Let's get this man.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it.
Please stop talking,
That's a natural
Hifumi.
reaction for any guy.
Please stop talking, Hifumi.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a...
No, it's wrong.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Yup.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Ah, shit.
Obviously,
I got
somebody
blocked.
else must have
I got
had
cock
it hidden
blocked.
away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right.
Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Ah, shoot.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
I hacked it up.
What? The difference between the cases?
I gotta shoot that out into the ether to get the correct one back. There we go.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right.
Okay, and that,
Hey,
and
Byakuya.
that.
I'd never seen that rope before.
Nope, that's the wrong button. Nope, I
Obviously,
did it
somebody
again.
else must have had it hidden away
I keep hitting the
somewhere.
wrong button to slow it down a little bit. doesn't give me a whole lot of time on this one.
You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those things? But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
It might be better for me to just go off to the side.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Yep, there we go. You're running out of time, Maya. No, it's fine. I got it. I got it. I'm good at things.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it
I was just
before.
doing a silly and going for the middle instead of the side, which made some more sense.
That rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think?
Yeah.
Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Yeah, you've done that a lot of times, Yasuhiro. How's it worked out?
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Well, for one thing, it's just fucked up to do. Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Damn.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Rest of the murder scene?
Oh my god, guys, we threw him off. We're catching him off his game. We got him.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's
Yeah,
any
make him
chance
stumble.
the murder
Yeah.
took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker room. It's the posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Yeah.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Why'd they make him say it like that, man?
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Goals.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
You're not helping, Jill, but thank you for your input.
Meanwhile, The boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Uh-huh. And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yeah.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Yeah. Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yeah.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but
Mama Major Sleuth.
why would the culprit bother
Mama
doing
Major
that?
Sleuth, who has played this game too many times.
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Time to mention the borrowed tablet. Yep. I just don't like when Yasuhiro is right about things because he's such a fucking idiot.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer after all.
Just gotta double check if I need a
Sure,
copy.
there would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Oh wait, nope, I did that wrong.
If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
I did that wrong. That one is just a flat refute, not a copy.
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have. No, I don't.
She used the thick.
Huh? What?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Oh shoot, I missed.
If she had that,
Forgot it was moving
She could
downward.
get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really
Alright, let's not fuck it up this time. Third time's
She
charm.
must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thick.
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had
Oh, for
that,
crying
she
out
could get
loud.
into the boys' locker room no problem.
That, okay. I got the wrong side for slowdown. Because I keep messing up my buttons.
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thick.
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
Boop.
No, that's wrong.
Booper duper.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Yeah, no, that's just Yasuhiro. Sakura. I'm sorry, get used to it.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if
No
she didn't
jailbreaking
use Leon's
allowed.
handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
How fucking dare you, Hifumi?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
You guys are so stupid. I love you guys very much, but you're also stupid. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Kyoko to the rescue.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on
Way
the
too
right
dang.
track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Okay.
For real?
Okay.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
So I already mentioned that their depiction of DID is not the best, and it's kind of a product of the time that the game came out. It is not the only thing that was not treated well in pop culture in the 2000s that's in this game, and we're about to see the second example. Luckily, after this, it isn't really an issue past this chapter, but unfortunately, we have another thing that they're going to handle poorly in a moment, so I just want to warn y'all.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your
Yay,
lofty
recess, time to go play.
expectations.
Oh no.
So, shall we go?
Yeah. I remember what chapter this is in. It's only in this chapter that it's really happening, but I wanted to make sure y'all had some fair warning. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... Japan's famous for its lack of mental health awareness. Yup.
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Mental health awareness and LGBTQ things. I'm sure y'all, based on what Kyoko just told us to do, can put together 2 and 2.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Chihiro was
That's
trans or
not
at
it
least
all.
cross-dressed.
Stop screwing around.
Okay. Here
Sakura
I
is so
go.
good for real. Sakura is a goddamn treasure.
I'm sorry,
I would be
Chihiro.
honored to have Sakura
Please
in my life.
excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
There it is.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
There it is. Is this Sakura's first time touching one? She had a boyfriend, but I don't think they ever went that far. And yes, I'm not kidding. Sakura canonically had a boyfriend before this all happened. She had a boyfriend back home.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Shut the fuck up, Monokuma.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Yeah. So, as you can see, they are not the best at handling
for
this.
keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
So something that has been fought over in the Danganronpa fandom since the games came fucking out was the argument, is Chihiro a trans woman or is Chihiro someone who just enjoys cross-dressing? Because the way the game explains it does not clear that up. I personally view both readings as perfectly valid. I will refer personally to Chihiro as either she or they for me. However you read it, that is up to you. But yes, this is going to be the focus for a bit of the trial. I do apologize. Because I know, like, obviously things are much different now. I mean, they wanted to be stronger. Yeah. And that's part of the whole thing with that. You'll see.
And
You'll
because
see.
the victim was male, he would have
But
had
the
no problem
game
gaining
will
access
refer
to
to
the boys' locker
Chihiro
room.
as he, him going forward.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Shut the fuck up, Byakuya.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
We don't get to kill Byakuya,
interesting.
do we?
This has become
I'm
very
sorry, Shucks.
interesting indeed.
I'm sorry, buddy.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, Do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No, because he
without
didn't
a
know.
doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Yeah, this is not the Byakuya is the killer death scene. Sadly. No, he just stumbled upon the body and decided to fuck around. He just decided to fuck with the crime scene for literally no reason other than to out Toko as having a mental illness. Byakuya is a bad person.
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Yeah.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Little bitch can't even swear.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
This is your note. If Yasuhiro thinks a thing, it's wrong. Yasuhiro has never been correct about a thing a day in his goddamn life, and how the fuck he got the title of Ultimate Clairvoyant, I will never know.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong,
who killed him? We're gonna find out.
Here.
We are going to find out who killed Chihiro.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
So it's definitely a guy who killed Chihiro, but not the MC or Byakuya.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am
Justice
I,
for baby. Justice for the sweet bean.
Anyway,
justice for the sweetie pie who deserved the world.
One more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
That's not what we're playing, Byakuya, and you fucking know it. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. Come on, Big Mac. Yeah, Big Mac, you got this. You got the special sauce. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure
It was
if
at 2
someone saw
a.m.,
the
bro. Everybody
killer,
was
they
asleep.
would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new...
Oh, that didn't work? She... Oh, right, duh. I keep forgetting I can't agree. So a mechanic they introduced in the second game and that remains in the third is that you can agree with people sometimes. So now I'm sitting here just like, yeah, I can agree with that. No, I can't. I can only tell people they're full of shit in this game. Makoto is incapable of agreeing with people.
Clues are wonderful. If nobody can, I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, there we go. There we go.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Big Mac is totally not coded, yeah. And unknown, there will be more information about Chihiro's backstory and reasoning coming up, which is why it's so much of an argument.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
I love the way that she says people's names.
The rest of you
Her
had
accent
no
is so
idea,
fun.
did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry. Baby was gonna exercise.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Yeah, but based on the handbook, Chihiro wouldn't be allowed in your locker room.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
Yep.
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't
Oh
have?
man, yeah.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say.
And this is one, Kyoko knows everything but doesn't say shit. Well, Kyoko pointed out in the previous trial that, like, in terms of Sayaka betraying Makoto, she knew. She had that figured out already. But she knew Makoto wouldn't take it and at face value, and he'd just argue against it and never be truly convinced. So based on that, we can tell Kyoko can figure out all sorts of shit. However, she knows that if she just comes out and says it, no one's gonna be fully convinced. She knows that she kind of has to lead everybody around to where they need to be. Oh, baby girl, I beg. Oh, he is suspicious. Oh, he's the only one that wears track jackets. Oh.
But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Here we go.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket you took.
All right, everybody. I am going to let this one run through one round. I'm not going to hit it immediately. Let's see if you can spot the issue. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. I'm gonna let this one run. Hands are off the controller. Controller is on the desk. I mean, I know it was a blue jacket. I'm using my big brain. I believe in y'all. I believe in you, chat.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific
The reticle is
tracksuit
just
that
gonna
he did?
dance around like that.
What do
all
you
the time.
mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! We picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
It does, that's true. I agree
I
with
have
that.
a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us?
I think
getting
Solar
closer
figured it
to figuring
out.
out who the culprit is?
Potentially.
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Did you guys figure it out, chat? Did chat put it together? I'm gonna answer it this time. Oh, bruh.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was
Chuck's
on his
figured
way to
it
go
out.
Exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Teeny figured it out.
We picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
No, it's wrong.
Hey, Tubi, you still in the chat, buddy? Because if you are, I'm real sorry.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assume he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color.
Say it ain't so, say psych. Poor Toby. Shucks, now do you understand why I was so upset Toby wasn't here earlier? It's just like with Kyoko. I knew if I was the one to tell him, he wouldn't believe me. I know he would need to see it with his own eyes. Toby's streaming right now. No! Oh no! Oh no, the baby! Oh, poor Toby!
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told
I'm
about
DMing him
was
now.
you.
Oh no! Let's see what happens. Oh no! Oh, poor Toby. Let him know. Let him know. If he wants to react to this shit on his stream, he has my full permission. I'm being very indirect. Alright, well, if you want to tell him to pull up my stream, he is more than welcome to do so. I don't mind at all.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Well, because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Taka's trying to cover. That's his bro. That's his brother.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
How does her tongue do that?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
Boy's a shit liar.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Boy in denial.
When Celeste noticed it,
that's gonna get more sad, don't you worry.
The jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't
Hi,
it?
Toby. Toby, before I continue with pressing buttons, what do you know, dear heart? What do you know, sweetie pie? What do you know before I continue? I don't know anything. Oh, honey. So Toby, you remember last time Chihiro got murdered, right? You remember we found Chihiro's body? Yeah? Where's Mondo? Well...
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Mondo's here!
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
And this is actually a very, because I hate him, this is actually a very, like, hard to catch slip of the tongue that it's hard to notice. I didn't notice it when I played for the first time. It was a repeat play thing that was when I noticed it, when he actually did it. Here's the way he talked.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
So Tubi, one of the big reveals, and they didn't handle this great, is that Chihiro is biologically male. Now, if that means Chihiro is a trans girl or just feels more comfortable in women's clothes, it's honestly a little ambiguous by the time they explain the whole backstory and everything. I did know that. Yeah. So that part was just revealed to the cast. And as Kyoko mentioned, Mondo refers to girls and boys differently.
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Mm-hmm.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Mm-hmm.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Mm-hmm. You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Not the misgendering. Well, that's the thing, right? It's left very ambiguous as to whether or not Chihiro was trans and using she, her pronouns and all of that, which is why I usually default to they. I'll default to either they or she.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I'm so upset, I know.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh, Taka.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
Then prove us wrong, boyo. Yup.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What
I
kind
love
of
Mondo
evidence?
so much. I know.
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
As one does. You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... Is it Mondo's or Chihiro's? Mondo's, I guess? Nope. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. It's Chihiro's. I fucked it up. There we go.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it
Damn,
must hold
Makoto.
some
Yeah, I know, I
clue
fucked
about
up.
the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbook break? There's only one thing. By hitting its weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
Yeah.
Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break
Sakura's
our own
English
handbook?
VA sounds full on DBZ. Yeah, she's so cool. Also, hi, hi, Sniper King.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Yup.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Yup.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Dude.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit.
I'm on the second
somehow knew
Danganronpa
its
game. It's nice to see you're
weakness.
playing the first one. How are you enjoying it? And who is your favorite, Usogo? Who is your favorite from 2?
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Quite
I saw this
the
meme that called
mystery.
Hifumi Reddit personified. I mean, yeah, a little bit.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
And guess
once
who
they
was
had
in the
Chihiro's
sauna with
handbook,
all of his
they
stuff?
knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Stream elements, you big dingus. You're not supposed to be doing things. There we go. My favorite from 2, I'd say, is Takada. Yes, Gundam. Gundam is such a good boy. Oh, and Peko. Peko is also very good. My 2 faves from 2 are actually Gundam and Sonya. I love Sonya. She's such a sweetie pie. Teeny, did you untime out stream elements? Whenever we do the donate command, it always has stream elements pop a thing. I need to figure out how to turn that off for stream elements. It was when Mondo went in the sauna fully clothed. There we go. The contest. Yeah.
I might know someone who did.
I'm doing that right now. Teeny is the best mod in the world. I owe you my life, Teeny.
Whoa! Seriously? I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Taka's figured it out. Taka knows. What does Permit do? I actually am not 100% sure. There are a lot of weird commands in Twitch. Spin a whirl, they're closing the sauna, which was our boy.
Here's my
Our
answer.
boy.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep
Allows you to post links.
him?
Ah, neat.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up! You've got it all wrong! He would never kill! I don't accept this! Show me the proof! The actual solid proof!
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo...
Taka, bro,
you broke
I
your
know.
own
Poor
handbook.
Toby, I know.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay.
Let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if then that
Let's
proves...
see.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
There we go.
No.
There we go. I didn't know if there was a better spot later on. I couldn't remember.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
Yep.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Uh-huh.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Yep.
Well, Mondo, if If I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
And loaning isn't stealing. Yup.
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong!
And now it's time to be just real sad.
You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Time to make a comic book about death and murder. Whoop, whoop. Dun, dun, dun. What's that one? Nope, that's something else. There we go. I'll have to come back to that one. I'll have to come back to that one. The problem is that some of these don't... Like, some of these aren't great. In terms of what it could be. Unless I'm just stupid. Yeah, I think I might be stupid, actually. I think these I actually have wrong. Right? Oh, no. Maybe not. Yeah. Oh, some of these are gonna be easier to figure out where they go than others, frankly. And here's fucking Byakuya. Being an asshole. Meanwhile, Mondo... Okay. Now, there are a couple of these that I'm not crazy sure about. Can I move the body to the girls' locker room without a girls' pass? Borrowed another, thing, probably. Oh. There? Yes? I forget how to say that I'm done, but I think I got something... I think I got a panel wrong. Some of these panels are so weirdly interchangeable. Took one from the mailbox. Exactly. Exactly. There are two girls' ones in there. Oh, what I fuck up? What I fuck up? What the hell did I fuck up today? Oh, I missed this one. That's what it was. There we go. I just missed a panel like a silly.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
I don't know if I was supposed to do that there, but oh well.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Ah, fuck. There we go.
The killer is you!
Some of these are very vague and
With
could be
bag
put in
in
multiple
hand,
places, which is
Chihiro headed
unfortunate,
out,
but it happens.
Even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
What? I got it wrong again? What the heck? Oh, I just flipped around where they are. I just flipped it.
The killer is you! With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out. She made, but how could the victim?
I missed the investigation. That's okay, Corey. I'm just having trouble with the comic book.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Ah, flip. Oh, I'm running out of hearts. Oh, God. Ugh. Okay, you know what? More than likely, this does not go there. This one goes here. Mom is in danger. Yep, this game and Persona share so much aesthetically. I'd say the best part about both series is the music. I agree.
The killer
I think
is
it's like that.
you!
Honestly, the
inside,
comic books are the
he
parts
met
I have the
with
most trouble with, just because it's
And
so
the person
easy
he
to
met was
mess
the
up
one
where
who
the
killed him.
panels are supposed to be. I don't think that was right. Fuck. Hopefully don't fail this time.
Seems likely
Hopefully.
that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Ah, there we go.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Oh wow, it was right. Right, exactly. Exactly. It doesn't seem like it would be, and yet here we are.
The body was erased, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
I did it, Corey. I did it for you. Sorry for doubting you. It's so ambiguous. It really
Which is. Why
is.
the killer hurried to try and hide
It
the act.
can get really
First,
weird with it.
Pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
Byakuya made this so much more complicated afterward. He did, and he didn't need to. He's such a dick.
Using one of those, a boy could get
He
into
just
the
did
girls'
it to
locker room
out
without much
Toko.
problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Ugh, I know. I know.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Because that's what you do when you're rich and you have too much time on your
Stumbling on
hands.
the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Byakuya discovered the body in the girls' locker room. The creep. I know. He's not going to explain that part, huh?
To string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
What a goddamn weirdo. I know. Even dunked his fingers in Chihiro's blood.
He left a grisly message there.
Because you know it wasn't just one scoop of blood on the fingies to make that message and decided Freya was not girlfriend. Uh-huh. Did he forget that if the killer got away with it, he would get killed by Monokuma? That's the thing, Corey. I don't think he gave a shit.
He wanted to create
I think he
the
just wanted to be an
illusion that
asshole for
Genocide Jack
fun
was
and
responsible
didn't
for
care
the
about the
slaughter.
repercussions.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Man.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need
I wonder which
proof!
handbook Mondo was using the whole time. He took Leon's. He swapped his for Leon's.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Taka. Evidence that Mondo was the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to bullet time. What's up? Fever time and nega time. If you press RB, fever time will activate. Okay, and you won't miss no matter what. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out to make best possible use. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special times. We've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. The opponent activates it during the bullet time battle. Your tempo marker will disappear. If you were to activate fever time, yeah. So we aren't even fighting Mondo anymore. He understands he's been got. We're fighting Taka.
You're wrong! I won't
We're
listen.
fighting Taka because of how much he believes in Mondo.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
I am focused up.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
There it is.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Yup.
Huh?
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mondo's a good dude.
I did it. I killed him.
Mondo's a good dude. I guess Junkos or Saikas wouldn't help for accessing places he needs. Yeah, he just took that to move Chihiro. Yay, coins for gacha.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Yup.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Surprised you got an A when the comic book area was rough. Eh. I got everything else right.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, looks like Mono's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button to fast forward through the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength.
Monokuma says, fuck your fourth wall. Yeah.
You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, no one will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and it was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact.
You reading this in the Monokuma voice hurts my soul. How do you think I feel reading it?
After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey!
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, that would be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Your Monokuma voice reminds me of the mouse. That's a little bit on purpose.
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later? After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am.
Maya does the gremlin giggle well.
Thank you.
Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought in the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me.
Yup, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage.
I don't know why it still says Chihiro's name, because that's very obviously Monokuma speaking.
So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro.
Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See?
Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone else to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is
That's
this?
impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
How many
myself.
times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble.
I didn't expect that response.
But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo...
Sorry. I got people trying to sleep above me, and I'm being too noisy trying to be Monokuma. Oops. Oh man, the drama, yeah.
Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang for his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul.
Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad.
Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top.
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
Yup, his brother got isekai 100%.
Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. I guess that's a biker no longer allowed in another world, yeah. 'Cause it's the team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everybody else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and to keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. Strong, 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 strong.
And yet...
History's written by the victors.
As soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around.
What's the deal with the secrets? I know the videos, but what did Monokuma threaten to do? Basically, Monokuma found deep, dark secrets that everybody had and said, if y'all don't kill someone in the next 48 hours, or it was either 48 or 24. No, it was the next 24 hours. If someone doesn't die in the next 24 hours, I'm going to release these secrets publicly in any way that I can. In every way that I can. Even brought up the idea of just driving down the street with an announcer van, just saying it. And we only know the secrets for Chihiro, Mondo, and Makoto. And Makoto's is a baby secret. He wet the bed. He wet the bed for a very long time. That's all his secret is. But knowing what I know about
a couple of the other characters, it would have been something that would have destroyed their ability to live the life that they had outside of the school. So, it was some bad shit. It was a lot of stuff. Motivation for the second murder, he brought it right before Mondo killed Chihiro. Yep. Sorry. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would.
But...
You're right. But...
I want to change.
Sweet baby.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. And I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am,
What?
I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Poor Chihiro accidentally triggered his trauma. It was an accident top to bottom. Why I wanted to spend time with him before he got murdered, I know.
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No, I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something start to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's
right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Mean, evil, terrible bear.
Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living being in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say. Bye. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
It can't
do you mean? Execution?
That's what I promised you, right? The blacken that deserves the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous!
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Yeah, he got turned into butter. He got turned into butter. I can't believe it's Mondo. Yep. The boy is butter. I'm so sorry, but the boy is butter.
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
It can't be my brother. That was less graphic than I was expecting. Twice the fat, hella brutal. His muscles were smooth as butter. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. How did he die from that? Basically, he was whipped around very quickly using centrifugal force, like when you're on the cyclone ride at the fair and you're like stuck to the back. And while he was stuck like that, the cage was heavily electrified. So he was basically melted from a combination of electrical current and the force of gravity. He was quickly liquefied. They could have at least used a different sound file for the two screams. Yeah. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that...
However...
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless. like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too?
That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
Well,
done.
I don't particularly care. Please, continue.
The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. Hey guys, I found the person who rips off butterfly wings. Legit. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, now I know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason.
Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma. AKA, he's being encouraged to mess with more crime scenes. Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating.
Even if he revealed the truth, no one picking up on his involvement, there was no guarantee that he could convince the others to his truth, because it would still be majority vote. Exactly. Exactly.
These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Me? 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 Me. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Oh, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Please let Byakuya be the next victim. We'll find out.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mod for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Ooh, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Monokuma's laughter pealed across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. Liam Aqua Neeson. Yes. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
How does Monokuma do the thing with the thread without having fingers? I don't know. I never figured it out.
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Also, thank you for the save Redeem Unknown. I will save just as soon as we're out of the cutscene.
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Because we don't know who this character is, I'm just going to say it in my own voice. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements,
thank you for
fire
posture.
away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean. Oh, and hydrate, thank you.
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Mystery. Who could it be? Down to 10. Oh boy, I'm buffering. Oh no, I'm sorry, shucks. Also, congratulations, we now have Mondo's jacket. Great. And save. A traitor? We got a traitor in our midst. So we just saved, which means it is time to figure out our fun little raid. It's time to determine who we are going to raid. We're 2 chapters in. Not the jacket, I know. Maya, I started watching on your YouTube Zanky Zero. I'm like, Aunt, I'm so glad. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a great time, Corey. It was a trip. It was. Oh my God, it was intense. It was a lot. It was a lot. Oh. I hope you have a good time with it, though. Find out who murders, who hopes, and who despairs in the next episode of DanganRonpa TV. Yep, perfect. I really need the bathroom. Oh man, I'm sorry. Classroom trainer, give me your strongest poison of going into battle. I love that. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. All right, let's see who's live. Let's see who's live. Who are we going to raid today? Who are we going to raid tonight? Who are we feeling? Who's vibing with us tonight? Oh, thank you very much for the raid guidance, Shucks. We are raiding Scott Falco this evening, who is, let's see, what is he up to? Happy birthday! Thank you for the happy birthday, Solar. I appreciate you. Oh, he's playing Majora's Mask. Neat. I have not played Majora's Mask. I own the remake that they did for the 3DS, but I haven't played it because I haven't finished Ocarina yet. But I haven't played it yet. So, thank you for the fun stream. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys had a great time. I am going to go pass out and we'll see more tomorrow. We'll see even more tomorrow because we're on chapter 3 now. We get to see who dies next. Isn't that fun? Aren't you glad you're here? And you get to watch. a bunch of children die, because remember, these kids are all like, with the exception of Yasuhiro, these kids are all like 15 or 16 at the oldest, at the absolute most. They're like 15 or 16 years old. These are teenagers. These are babies. Man. Oh yeah, I have work earlier, so I'll join from the start tomorrow. Yay, more Corey time. Yay, more time for Corey. Yay. Streamer's barely as good. No! Don't you dare. Don't you do me like this, Solar. How fucking dare you? Don't you do this to me. Alright, let me get this raid started up. Oh, man. Well, I hope you guys had a good time regardless. I will be back again tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST. Don't forget, we are doing all of this for Gamers Outreach. What was the last horror game about again? Zanki Zero was about a group of people at the end of the world who were secretly clones, trying to figure out how to make more people, and then daddy issues. Just a lot of daddy issues, just across the board daddy issues. People, yeah. Because most of them were adults. How many were adults? All but one. All of them but one. Except sometimes they were kids because of the cloning process, but it's neither here nor there. That's not the point. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some rest. I'm gonna go be quiet and get some rest. Have a great night, everyone. I will talk to you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow for chapter 3 of this absolute roller coaster. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye.